Dark. Oh.
Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Good morning. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the Pulse of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we are all the way live from Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Damon Dipleen Ellison and my co-host
Aisha.
And we will be your go-to guide for the stories of the everyday happenings in your vibrant community and your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful. I keep saying it everywhere. Insightful conversations from the heart of the city. Habari Live, where we bring you engaging conversation and inspiring stories from remarkable individuals making a difference in our community. Welcome back to Habari Live podcast. And today we have a guest who's been making waves in the beauty industry for over 15 years. Sade Fisher is only the highly successful Cosmoholic Saloon, but she's driving force behind Cosmoholic University, a saloon coaching business where she helps other beauty entrepreneurs thrive. Her expertise, dedication, and passion for the beauty industry have inspired countless professionals. We're excited to delve into her journey, discuss her entrepreneurial insights, and learn about her vision for the future and of beauty and business. So, welcome to the show, Sade Fisher. Thank you. We appreciate you coming by. So, I know you've been doing this for a long time here, so we want to learn. You want to put those headphones on too.
Okay.
So we want to learn a little bit about what you do and how you got started and everything, bringing in and you say Cosmoholic, huh?
Yes, Cosmoholic.
So tell us a little bit about the name and the background, how you came up with that.
Okay, so of course I'm a visionary, so I always kind of like lead towards like things happening in my dreams or visions that I have. So in my prayer closet, I was thinking, I need to create a name.
Right.
I initially started teaching beauty school here in Arizona back in 2009.
Okay.
So when I started to step out on my own, bring it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
That better?
Much better.
Okay, cool. So when I decided to step out on my own, what kind of led me to that is that I had a daughter, Down syndrome, and I was in a small suite where most beauty professionals these days are.
Yeah.
And my landlord was like, "You can't bring your daughter to work."
What?
So I was like, fuck.
Right.
Okay. So I got to figure something out. So I kind of took a leap of faith. I started kind of researching spaces. And I was working a 9-to-5 plus a contractor for a brand.
Wow.
So I would pretty much get my paychecks and then pay all my bills and then slowly purchase my equipment so that I completely cash flowed it.
Right.
Still didn't have a business name. So one night I was kind of asleep and I'm thinking like the salon I want, the vision is like a person that's going to come in. They want to get every service there is. So I started thinking about a shopaholic, an alcoholic. And I was like, let's do Cosmoholic.
Wow.
So I kind of woke up at 3:00 in the morning and went on the Arizona Corporation and the name wasn't taken, so I purchased the trade name and went downtown the next day and purchased the LLC.
Man,
yeah,
that's jumping on it.
Yeah,
because some people, we sit around, we procrastinate for days and weeks, play around, and then maybe I should go do this. But that's awesome to jump on it, know what you want, and to go after it. So have you always been into cosmetology as a kid? Were you in the mirror for hours and everything, putting on makeup?
So not the makeup. I'm from the South, so mothers in the South don't allow that stuff.
Nope.
So
they do not. They be like,
no,
you too young. You ain't finna be grown
First,
yet.
it's like, let me hit you. Wait till you're 13. Then you turn 13. Wait till you're 16.
Yep.
16. Wait till you get out of my house.
Right.
So I know that I'm a second generation cosmetologist, but I'm turning 30. I turned 39 this year, so more time of getting to know my family. My great aunts all went to cosmetology school, so I'm like it's been in my family.
You said you're 39.
Yeah, I'm turning 40 next year.
Man. I thought you was 29.
No.
So-
I keep getting that.
Man, hey, good job.
So my mom owned a salon, and I actually went to college for physical therapy.
Hmm.
But growing up, my mom owned a salon, and she said she saw me like combing my doll's hair.
Right.
So around 8, she introduced me to the salon, and I
Okay.
started assisting her. And I did it all through high school. When I went to college, I would come home and assist her.
Right.
And then my junior year, I decided that I wanted to no longer go to college
Right.
and go to cosmetology school. So when I got there, it felt like I felt like the gates of heaven like opened up. Like I was like,
Right.
this is where I'm supposed to be.
Mhm.
So then I did that, worked for a bit. I was in Atlanta, worked on sets, videos, news, all that stuff. And then I went back to school and got my educator's license, which in my world is considered a master's.
Right.
So then that's how I moved here to Arizona. The school I went to actually recruited me to come
Wow.
and work in the beauty schools.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, man, that is awesome. So
Yeah.
what gave you the inspiration to start helping others? Think about other people and how you can help them to make their cosmetology better for them for their own companies.
So, like I said, I've been in education since I was 23.
Okay.
So I moved here to do education, and I thought my like end all be all was to work for a brand.
Mm.
So I have worked for some major brands out there. Shout out to Pravana.
Okay.
I actually worked for them for 14 years. I was the
Wow.
first African American that they hired.
Good.
And
Wow.
I got a chance to write curriculums, create techniques,
Wow.
go in as a brand manager and help salon owners build their business. So it was almost like the universe kind of tailored that into me.
Okay.
And then a year ago, another company, Kuhn Hair Cosmetics, picked me up as a brand sales manager.
Okay.
And I went into salons to introduce the product. And then I also still found myself helping salon owners take their business to the next level.
Mm.
So when I just recently left corporate America, I decided that I wanted to kind of cocktail something off of my salon name and create a university. So we're
Okay.
still in the beginning stages of it. So I'm
Mhm.
actually going to be filming all my modules around January.
Okay.
So it'll be like a one-on-one coaching, group coaching, or if a person that can't afford the one-on-one, they can just purchase the modules.
Okay.
So
Wow, man. Cosmoholic University.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. To think about others and to put that to think about ways to help others because everybody's so selfish. Everybody don't want to share the secret to the soup. You know, some people just want to keep it to themselves. And
Yeah.
for you to come out and say, let me take these situations to help others because there's a lot of women that want to do these things, but they're lost and they don't know exactly how to be professional, how to make sure that others are being taken care of, and just don't know the business side of all these things. And I think that's a great idea for the girls, the ladies to come in and to learn more about that.
I do have a question. Because I was watching this movie the other day, and it happened to be about a lady who wanted to transition into natural hair. So, is there a specific technique that women should use
Mhm.
when transitioning to all natural, or is that something like maybe they have to wait until chemicals are no longer in their hair? So, like if
Mm.
they freshly just permed or dyed their hair,
Uh-huh.
should they wait until X amount of time before trying to transition to natural without chemicals or anything like that?
So what I heard you ask me was if a woman or person wants to transition from a chemical, meaning a relaxer or a smoothing system,
Mhm.
and then they want to transition to their natural hair,
Mhm.
they just don't need to put the product in their hair anymore. Just stop with the product, and then depending on if they're comfortable with the big chop, which most women aren't,
Mhm.
because our hair is our glory. Even if your hair is like my length, if I was to cut it short, I'm going to initially go into shock.
Mhm.
And it may take a few weeks for me to actually enjoy it. So I don't recommend women do the big chop. I just
Mm.
recommend them stop doing the chemical service.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then at that point, they're going to use like a lot of like high moisturizing shampoos and conditioners, maybe even a smoothing shampoo and conditioner so that they can get the softness of the texture. They may also run into a little bit of breakage where their curl pattern and then the texture pattern hits
Yeah.
because there's
Can texture of the hair change when that happens?
texture of the hair, not when that happens. They're just going to see what their texture is. So like the
Okay.
average person that's walking around with a smoothing system, a straightening system, a keratin
Mhm.
treatment, they have no clue what their natural texture is.
Goodness.
So they're just going to see it. The only time the texture changes, pregnancy, post-pregnancy, menopause, medical changes, stress,
Right.
diet, like all of those things can change. And then hereditary, alopecia, that type of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
We see a lot of women nowadays. I mean, I don't like to speak for women, but that they struggle with their hair, and we see a lot of women just go to wigs. They just, it's like, I quit. And that's what I look at it. But why do you think that so many people at a younger age? I see you are natural.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think that we're going younger and younger with people going away from their hair, their natural hair, their natural product, and going to more of a bought system?
You want the truth or?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one that I talk about all the time. So number one, I feel like this younger generation, because of social media, want that perfect look, and that's
Mhm.
what the wig is going to give you.
Okay.
The deeper thing for me is that because it's so many single households, and
Yeah.
it's either single mothers raising kids or single fathers, they don't have time to teach those kids how to do their hair.
Right.
So then if I don't know how to do my hair, and let's say I'm a mom that I was in the generation of the relaxer, I don't know how to do my hair.
Exactly.
And I have a baby, I don't know how to do my hair. And then let's take it a level deeper. It's a lot of us that has interracial marriages. We have mixed kids. And if we have a kid of a different race, we don't know what to do with their hair.
Nope.
So then when those girls and those guys become teenagers, and then they're looking at social media, everybody's perfect. Unfortunately, a lot of plastic, they're going to go to the wigs.
Yeah.
And then we also have the influencers influencing that. So the downside of it is that we're going to have a generation of 30-year-olds with no hair.
Yeah.
So it's just a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
And then for us that are successful business owners, we're not celebrities, so they don't look at us at a higher standard.
Right.
Or for us that like social media, like I'm 39, so social media is a part of my life, but living my life with my kids and in my community is bigger. So I don't want to film everything. So if I don't have 10,000 plus followers, then you're considered irrelevant.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
It's very true, man. It's a hard conversation to have because a lot of people, it's a sore subject, and most people don't really want to talk about those things because it leads down other paths that people really don't want to talk about. I just think it's important to figure it out.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be educational. And I think with this wave of young ladies and guys, because guys are wearing the wigs too,
They are.
once they take that wig off, and then their hairline starts to go farther and farther back, and then they're looking for a solution to get their real hair back, then we'll see something different.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to that
I'm not
day.
seeing the live feed on YouTube or Facebook.
You're not?
No.
It says